Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of Stuff That's Wrong With My House. Sorry if it's a little windy. I'm up on my roof. Basically, I'm gonna have to take care of this thing, or part of this thing that's wrong with my house this week, because I'm gonna get my roof done. And I'm not saying that the roof is something that's wrong with my house, even though it is, but it's just old, so it needs to be replaced. Unfortunately, I'm not doing that myself. I'm hiring somebody, so I will not make a video on that. It's just a lot of work. But what I am gonna do, so that they can do the roof, is get rid of the old stack. And this is what is wrong with my house. This thing doesn't do anything. Basically, they put in a new stack at some point when they did the kitchen and stuff. So they put this in, and what they did was, I'll show you later, but they basically cut this off in the basement and just kind of left it there. So there is no way I'm going to be able to seal this properly. Plus, it doesn't do anything, so I'm going to at least get rid of this part of it into the attic, so that when they strip this roof, they can just pull it up and do the roof the right way. So why don't we go in the house and show you what kind of issues this is causing. All right, and here we are in the attic, and here is the stack that comes through the roof. Obviously, they had some kind of issue with it leaking and having a hard time sealing it up, which makes sense because you just can't get like flashing and everything against that wall, that outside wall there. So they did all kinds of stuff. Tied up a rug or something. I don't know. So this goes down into the first floor. And this is one indication that this is not working anymore, is if you follow this pipe over to here, you can see there's nothing there connected. And then off of that, there's this pipe, and I ended up opening a wall up a little while ago downstairs and saw that this pipe goes to nothing. Now we're downstairs, and this is the chute that was boxed out to hide the pipe. And I actually refinished this little hallway here not too long ago, and this is where that other pipe came down that I saw was disconnected. I just did kind of a quick fix with this. I want to get that whole thing out of there, but I'm not quite ready to do that. So I just did a quick fix on it and made it nice. But this is where the real issue is. This floor slopes way down. So it should be like that. And then go this way. You can see that huge dip right there. So even the baseboard, I had to cut this at a funky angle and this at a funky angle because it just goes like this. And then this floor is way higher and level, and then back here isn't as bad. So let's go to the basement and see what's going on. And this is where things get really hairy. This is how this was left. And if you look in here, there's my paper towel that I dropped down. And you can see here, it's hanging off of this floor joist. And if you look over here, oh, look at that. They must have hacked out a hole for a toilet or something. Now the bathroom is over here. But when they did that bathroom, they must have hacked out this one and just left this hanging the way it is. This is the actual stack that's in use right now. Goes all the way over there. And so this is what's causing the floor to be all funky up there. See how it's dropped? It's even pulling the nails out of the flooring. And it looks like it's just resting on sheetrock, which makes me a little nervous. because this thing is going to pull down the floor joist because nothing else is holding it up. I mean, it's wedged right there, but there's a lot of weight on that. Cast iron is very heavy. So what I want to do, and if you look here, this is my main concern, is this heat pipe. You see how close that is? If this thing drops at all, it could be bad news for that heat pipe. So since I have to cut it out up top and I'm going to be disturbing this, I don't want the vibrations to move this whatsoever. So I'm going to cut this sheetrock down, move all this stuff, and get some kind of studs in there underneath the pipe. So when I cut it, if it does move or vibrate or whatever, it will at least be supported by some 2x4s. That's my dog freaking out. That's what I'm planning on doing. I'm gonna support this, and then I'll go up in the attic and cut it out so they can pull it out when they do the roof. Okay, so I got the 2x4 down to concrete and then all the way up under this thing, and I attached these two old pieces of 2x6, and I don't know if you know anything about old wood, but it's much stronger than new growth wood, and those are sitting right on concrete here. So you got this one going all the way down to the floor, and then these two really are the ones that are gonna hold it up. And then I threw some timber locks in here to hold these all together. And then I jammed a shim in here just to see what I could do before this sheetrock was pushed, or the floor joist was pushed against the sheetrock so much that I couldn't move it. And now it's just moving nice and free. So I know that I picked this up a little bit and took the weight off of this thing, so it's not pulling down here and it won't drop down on this pipe. So now that that's supported, I can go up in the attic and cut that piece of pipe. Now for the fun part. I got my Sawzall and my metal blade. This kind of blade has like diamond tip. It's like a diamond tipped blade, I guess. It's supposed to be really good for metal. A plumber friend recommended that. Also, if you don't know exactly what this is, so basically the plumbing gets run to the street, or if you have a septic tank, it gets run to the septic tank, and you need that water to have an even flow out. So you need some vent. You need some air to come in and push that out. And this is basically what that is. So everything in your house, this is called the main stack. Everything in your house is vented with this. It pulls the air through so the water can go and be dispersed. I'm not a plumber, but that's basically what it is. But this one is no longer in use, so I'm about to cut it, and I got my water in case I got any sparks, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But I know that this is gonna take a long time because this stuff is thick and very strong. So here we go. Okay, 4 minutes, and this is how far I am. Whew. Okay, about 15 minutes, and I'm probably a little over halfway. Just a note, I know you can break these things with a sledgehammer. I also don't want to disturb you know, anything with this pipe. So that's why I'm choosing to not vibrate it as much as hitting it with a sledgehammer. That's all. Keep going. That's it. Easy. Okay, that's it. Easy, right? That probably took a half an hour and my arms are absolutely smoked, but it's done. And now when they strip the roof, they can just pull that pipe right out, put a board over it and roof right over it. And then I can tackle the rest of it. But that's another episode. So thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.